Okay, so culture. Hello, intangible shockers. Get it? Electricity, non-tangible viewers. No? Okay. I got one. Wait for it. Cameras, are you ready? Oh, you shocked me there, shockers. Okay, this is why English is not my first language. And to end it, keep being diverse, because diversity is important and we should not hurt each other. Oh, hi, Emily. What are you doing here?
Oh, you know, same old, same old. I came to see the dead body. Snooze, am I right? I heard that the loyal viewer of this show got killed by a pack of peanuts?
Someone died here?
Hey, you have the right to remain silent.
I don't think that's what that means.
Oh, boo-hoo, shut up, nerd.
Boo? Like a ghost, but not the seminal 1990 film brilliantly directed by Jerry Zucker? I gotta get out of here.
Well, that was the guy.
Yeah, he seems to be doing all right, or good enough, I guess. Guess I'm done here. By the way, I'm glad you found a way to renew your visa after quitting the force.
What are you talking about? I still have the old one.
Oh, well, this is uncomfortable. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but I don't want to don't shoot the messenger, am I right? I actually did shoot a messenger once. I don't see what the big deal was, but anyway, back to the point. You need to get a new visa since you're no longer on the force, so good luck with that.
I'm so glad that I got into culture shock now.
We're born. We learn to walk.
Wait, what? So I only have 6 months till I get deported? How will I get my visa?
We ride a bike.
Why don't you just
Early on when we were born.
give it to someone else? Who?
Me.
Who are you? Why are you here? And most importantly, why do you look so good?
I'm your new host. Emerson Channel sent me in to, and I quote, clean up this mess. I heard you had some sort of arson thing.
I mean, yeah, a little bit, but do they really think we can't keep this show running ourselves?
They just thought you need a little help, which, by the looks of things, you do.
Wait. What qualifies you for this show? Do you have any credentials or anything?
I don't need any of that. I'm Smruti.
All right, fair enough.
Hey, what's the show about anyway? Something about something?
It's a little more complicated than that. It's about international students.
Whatever, I don't really care. I'm just doing this for a visa.
What? They offered you a visa? How?
Yep, and I don't even think I really want it.
So, do you really want to stay here so bad that you'd work on a college show? This college show?
I mean, I don't really know. This country provides me with a better future. I'm talking about job opportunities, especially Hollywood, Disney World.
And don't forget about the racism we face as immigrants. Free sale of guns, and worst of all, Rhode Island. It's not even an island.
Is it really that bad? I think the pros outweigh the cons.
Trust me, you don't want to renew your visa. It's a painful process. See, I was just like you, an immigrant trying to fit in. You should see how impossible it was for me to get the visa. Oh wait, you can. Roll tape.
Oh, hey, Melodie. So great to finally meet you. One moment. So I see that you're interested in becoming a nun, right? Very cool. I also see that you're Jewish.
Well, Jesus was the king of the Jews.
Right. So why are you interested in becoming a nun?
Well, do you want to know the truth?
Of course, honesty is a virtue.
The truth is, I love Jesus Christ Superstar.
Okay. That is certainly not what I was expecting.
It's the greatest. I bet you guys sing those songs all the time around here.
I can't really say that I do. But why are you passionate about your faith?
Passionate. What really is passion?
That's a great question. So how do you feel about community service?
Community service? Do you guys have that? I mean, yeah, I love community. I love the community. Community service and me are like this.
So how do you feel about being eternally wed to the Son of God in the name of the Catholic Church?
Is that a legally binding thing?
Well, Melody, I can't really say that this might be the best fit for you. Hold on for a second. The kids are drinking the blood of Jesus. Hold on for a second. Thomas, get over here. Thomas, get over here. Thomas.
Oh, howdy, darling. I was just, coming by to see the Heavenly Father and have my weekly confession, and, well, couldn't help but notice you.
I was just here for a little while. I doubt I'll be coming back. I take it. You're American.
Yes, ma'am. I reckon I'm about as American as they come.
You did all that work for a visa?
Nope. I did all of that work and I didn't get a visa.
Huh. You would think conforming to American religious ideals would be enough for them to let you stay. If you convince them you think like an American, maybe they won't see you as a threat.
Right. Because I'm totally so threatening, right?
Yeah. So threatening.
That's the crazy thing. I can try to get as close to an American ideal as possible, coping with their religion and even adopting their accent as best as I can. But that's still not good enough for them.
It's like all those redneck MAGA hat wearing people forget that if they go far back in their own family tree, they're immigrants too. Even the current generation. 23% of children are either immigrants or children of immigrants themselves.
You're taking over the world. Sorry. But seriously, instead of trying to force all immigrants out, the US should be making it easier for them to stay. All these people are complaining about undocumented immigrants or whatnot, but according to the American Action Forum, removing all the unauthorized immigrants would cause a GDP reduction of up to 1.6 trillion over 20 years. Smruti, do you really want to stay in a country that doesn't even want you, that doesn't even value your obvious contributions?
That's the thing. No matter how it's seen, it doesn't change the fact that there are so many opportunities here that I couldn't get at home. Hollywood is here.
Right. Hollywood. The glitz, the glamour, the casting coaches, the abuse of power. I can see the stars in your eyes.
I know, but I still want to get into comedy writing, and that's a much more prevalent job here than back home.
But if the reason you want to come and stay in the US is for a job, you're already unlucky. Almost 2/3 of green cards in the US issues are reserved for family-based categories, while less than 10% are for employment-based migrants. Even if recent immigrants are more likely to have college degrees than native-born Americans and are more likely to have advanced degrees.
I mean, yeah, but come on, imagine it. Making fun of the Kardashians with Pete Davidson on SNL. Or I guess he probably wouldn't be down for that anymore.
Exactly. There's no reason for you to come here anymore.
But it's not just that. There's other things I couldn't get to experience at home, like concerts from my favorite American artists, or I love that I can drive in the US without having to do Fast and Furious style tricks on the freeway.
Are you talking like Too Fast, Too Furious, or more like Tokyo Drift?
Oh, full F9. And I also love that I have a lot more freedom in how I dress and act as a woman here, that I can buy groceries, furniture, and hemorrhoid cream in the same store. I've never done that, obviously, but hypothetically, you know?
Right, hypothetically. And I mean, yeah, sure, those are totally good reasons to stay. And you staying and taking the last culture shock visa totally won't take away my opportunity for a visa to stay here. Are you sure you don't want to talk about how crazy the redneck MAGA hat wearing people are towards us immigrants again?
I think we've touched on that plenty.
Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't say that.
Let me guess, they have something to do with how you got your visa?
You could say that.
Okay, proceed.
You sure you don't want anything? You can have some of mine.
No thanks, I'm good. Wouldn't want to take any of yours. Since you seem to be enjoying it so much.
Yes, ma'am. It's gotta be the best Mexican food in the whole gosh darn world.
You mean the place you got it from?
Yeah, I just love their food, especially their chimichangas. You know, does it taste like your mom's home cooking?
I'm from Argentina.
Is that near like Tijuana or something?
Not even close.
Oh well, you learn something new every day, don't you?
I'm learning things. All right.
You know, I reckon we've been together long enough. It's time for the big reveal. But what I'm about to show you is top secret, right? You can't tell no one about this.
Got it.
And no phones down allowed here, remember? Okay? I don't want no blood-sucking, baby-eating liberal commie spying on us, that thing. Get vaccinated?
Of course, why?
Oh, come on, you know this. Bill Gates put his microchips in them. And it's a free country. I reckon if I want to get polio, that's my choice, not the deep states.
Wait, which vaccine are we talking about?
Never mind. Just don't look at anything for too long. I don't want Bill getting a good gander or nothing.
Wait, where the hell are you taking me?
My bunker! You know, when them lizard people start coming around, I bet it's best to be well armed.
What?
You know, it's a real beaut down there. You ready to go?
No, I'm not going down there.
I bet you just hate everything about freedom, don't you?
I thought this stuff was made up in American shows and the news, but it's real.
Well, real Americans are like this. You should have seen this on
No!
January 6th. All you people are so unreliable.
Your husband seems very patriotic.
No need to sugarcoat it. I know he's a jerk. And don't worry, I didn't end up marrying him.
That's great to hear because he was absolutely awful. If I had to marry him just to stay in the country, I'd consider just going back home.
Yeah, going back home. It might just be what you have to do. I know it's not ideal, but if it will make it easier on you, I could take that nice, shiny visa off your hands.
But like I told you, there are some great things about living in America.
So, I guess it's lucky to be you and live in this great country, paradise of the Western Hemisphere.
Whoa. I didn't say there weren't any problems or that it would be easy. Even when immigrants do get jobs in the US, the ability to grow in their respective fields are limited by the system. Think about it. Why would an American company go through the paperwork required to hire and promote an international when it's so much easier to hire someone who's a citizen, who's already a resident? It's awful and prejudicial.
Yeah, even gringos don't like it here. Think about why more Americans are becoming expats living their Emily in Paris life. Why should we stay if even Americans are getting out? Am I right?
I mean, let's not forget that white people will have white privilege everywhere. The immigration process is just so much rosier for them. And even if they're moving away from the US, they're not really escaping the problems here, just finding similar ones somewhere else. India and US are pretty similar, now that I think about it.
What? That can't possibly be true. That's like comparing the US and India.
Think about it. Both are wildly diverse nations. In India, each of our 28 states have their own language, lifestyle, culture, and cuisine. And both countries have a polarized population that can't make up their mind whether they like each other or not. The US has a racism problem, and we have a communalism one, which are basically two ignorant branches from the same idiotic tree. We both have a right-wing ethnic cleansing group with a signature color, and don't even get me started on the sex education in either country. It's not great when most of the young people in your country think that you get pregnant through the belly button.
Belly button. That's hilarious. Get with it, dummies. It's obviously through true love's kiss.
Oh, Melody, didn't you learn anything at school? You get pregnant when you hold your husband's hand in a dark room. Yeah. The point is, for all the glamour the US tries to convey, it still has the same troubles and issues as a developing country like India. Like my mom always says, America is just a developing country in a Gucci belt.
Huh. I mean, I knew the US had a Bible Belt, but I didn't think they were doubling up on them. Maybe the US is literally too big for its britches. But again, getting the job is the easy part. And that's not that easy. Then you actually have to live here.
Exactly. Making money can't really make up for racism, xenophobia, and prejudice in this country. Just look at your suitor.
Don't remind me.
But I'm still torn, because that's not to say the economic benefits aren't great. For this field of work, the employment opportunities are so much greater and the economy is fairly stable. All this contradicting information. The economy is good, but the society is bad. This little upward mobility in employment, but the opportunities are greater here. All this is racking my head. It's a lot to think about.
You can say that again.
Okay, it's a lot to think about.
I didn't mean literally.
Oh. Anyway, that's also implying you get the job you actually want. Some professions in the US don't offer a visa, so oftentimes you have to get the job you hate. And it makes me wonder, should I stay somewhere I love with a job I hate, or should I go somewhere I don't want to be but have a job I love?
Oh, yeah. I can definitely relate to that.
You can? What happened?
It would take too long to explain to you, so I'll just show you instead.
All right, Melody. Last question. You ready?
I guess.
Made you decide to be a police officer? Made you decide to lay your life on the line and serve and protect millions of American citizens every day? What fills you with patriotism?
I decided to lay down my life in order to serve and protect millions of United States citizens. And I love patriotism.
Wow! Amazing answer, Melody. You know, most of our recruits just say they like Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Me, personally, I prefer Andy Samberg's Lonely Island days, but, you know, each their own. You know what? I'm gonna make you detective immediately. Welcome to the force. to hear something about an arson in a college studio. We got the perp, and he's in jail now. We just need someone to sign off on our excessive use of force.
Yes, Chief.
Wait, are you a police officer?
Yeah, didn't you watch last episode?
I don't even watch this C-grade schluck that a bunch of self-satisfied nerds wait their weekend writing.
Ouch.
But thanks for this talk anyway, Melody. I think I've made my decision. Yes, my parents wanted me to experience life in the US, even though the US is similar to home in a lot of ways. I guess it's a common rhetoric that quality of life is so much better here. But even though I've had such a great time, I think I want to see what I can do at home. I'm not going to renew my visa.
Yes. Sorry, are you sure? I think that's the right decision, but...
My point is, a lot of things can be convenient and liberating here, but the opposite is true too. For example, I feel much more safe as a woman, but now I have to fear for my safety as a brown person. If I saw someone in India carrying a large duffel bag in a crowded place, I think they're just going on a fun trip, not that they might bring out a gun and shoot up the place. If I ever get seriously sick in the US, I need to be rushed to the hospital, my first thought won't be, where's the nearest hospital? It'll be, someone call an Uber to my med friend's house right now. I refuse to pay for a WeWoo car, even if it kills me. And that constant stress as fear is not something I really want to live with.
Note to self. Make friends at Tufts Medical Center.
And it's not just the big things, it's also the little ones. When I need advice or feel lonely, or even want a nice home-cooked meal, I can't just go to my mom, since all my friends and family live on the other side of the world.
Yeah, I miss the days when I could throw my laundry at my mom and say, wash it, woman. Now I am woman.
Not really the point I was making, but you've got the spirit. I don't know if you've had this happen to you, but so many Americans I meet refuse to even learn my name, even when I spell it out for them and patiently repeat it. Like, they can easily say Massachusetts and supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, but they can't say Smruti.
My name is basically Melanie, right? Now.
Yep, and I reply to anything starting with an S and ending with an I. I don't know, even though America is all about diversity, being an immigrant is not palatable diversity. It's clear in the way some Americans treat us, but it's even more evident in how painful, difficult, and in many ways dehumanizing the immigration process is. I guess we as formerly colonized people have been trained to idolize and bend to Western ideals, but it's hard for us to overcome hundreds of years of conditioning. But now, I think it's time for us immigrants to raise our standards for how we are treated. And if we don't get the respect we deserve, we should be able to reconsider our options.
Okay, but I want to settle down in the US for a foreseeable future. Are you saying that's wrong?
Not at all. Life here is amazing in so many ways, and I can totally see why people would want to move here. I'm lucky enough to have the choice to come here for my education and for my work, which is not the case for many immigrants. I guess my hope is that whoever chooses to come here doesn't have to compromise on their cultural identity or their values just for the American dream.
Dang, now you have me reconsidering my options.
Well, if America doesn't work out, maybe you'll end up in France, China, or Canada someday. All are wealthy, culturally rich countries that would give you similar opportunities as the US.
I would love to eat croissants by the Seine. Oh my God, I can be Melodie in Paris.
Meanwhile, I'm off to Bollywood. I've been sitting on this amazing action mystery romance thriller script that I would think would be a huge hit. I'm gonna make it big.
Does this mean I can take your visa?
Yep, all yours.
Man, I thought my victory would feel sweet and glorious, but now I'm kind of bummed. I got what I wanted, but I had to make life harder for another immigrant so I could succeed.
Congratulations, Melodie. You get to stay in the greatest country on God's great flat earth. Have this paperwork done by tomorrow so I can process your sponsorship.
Man, they spelled my name wrong.
What happened to me, man? I used to be fun. I used to light up a room. Now I'm just a shell of a man. I'm broken. Maybe I always was.
It says what?
What? I shall die how I lived, groveling pathetically on the floor.
How's that for a shock? Culture shock. Damn it! I can never come up with a good catchphrase.